head coach of the Blue Devils, and here's the Bob Dillard post-game show.
Thank you, Tommy. John Bryan talking with head coach Bob Dillard. Coach, drove a long way for a good win.
Well, this football program needed a win, and we told our guys all week that as far as this football program went, that tonight's ball game was as big a ball game as we've had around here in a long time because of the fact that we lost 2, and we tried to preach to our kids that this program's at a crossroads, and tonight was going to decide which road we were going to take. And I'm just proud of those guys. They came out and played hard and gave a good effort, and things worked out well for us.
Coach, the Warren County team's in a rebuilding year, but our offense gained one thing tonight, and that's a lot of confidence.
Well, you know, we've got to block people if we're going to be successful offensively, and I think we did a better job of that tonight. We're going to go back this weekend and look at it and still come back to work Monday and correct the things that we did wrong, and we're not going to let the score of a ball game affect how we work anymore. We're going to go back to work Monday because we're competing against ourselves. If we play up to our ability, then people are going to have a hard time beating us, and that's what our challenge is to play up to our potential.
Coach, we blocked some folks tonight, although the defensive line we faced tonight hadn't been that of what we faced in the past 2 weeks, but at the same time, we were out there and we even held some guys tonight.
Yeah, we did. I thought our effort was good. Defensively, we played pretty well, and it was a night that we needed to get that sick feeling out of our gut that we've had for the last 2 weeks.
Coach, a couple of thoughts here on the younger guys that got to play. It's fun to watch Matt Greer, the running back there. He just lulls you to sleep, and then at the last minute, boom, he burst out a big burst of speed.
Well, those guys, you know, they work all week in practice. You know, they run, and our first unit knocks the crap out of them all week in practice, and I'm just glad to have an opportunity to get some of those guys in the ball game and give them a chance to play. And I thought Matt Greer ran hard tonight, and our young guys blocked pretty well, and I was just glad to get those guys an opportunity to get in the ball game.
It's going to be fun watching him down the road. Coach, speaking of down the road, Riverdale coming to our place next week. Next Friday night, they're playing Mount Juliet as we speak. We got a tough road ahead of us this week. How are we physically?
Well, I think, I don't know for sure yet. We'll have to check with the doctors in the morning, but Titus Kelly I think he just got a bruised knee, and I don't think it's anything too serious. And other than that, I think everybody's okay. So hopefully we're not beat up too bad.
We'd like to invite everyone to get at the stadium early next week for the Riverdale game. It's going to be a big crowd on hand, and get there early, get your seats, because we're expecting a huge turnout.
Well, we need a big crowd. You know, we had a good following here tonight, I thought. They were vocal, and we had a good crowd here tonight, and I just want to ask everybody to come out and get involved in the ball game Friday night and get behind these young men, because as hard as they work, they deserve all our support, and we need a big crowd there Friday night, because we know Riverdale's going to bring a big crowd, and we need a big one with blue on.
Coach, good luck in this week's practice, and good luck against next week against Riverdale.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. We'll take it back to the station for about a 30-second break, and then we'll try to get back with Terry for the stats.
It's been brought to you by Fates and Hooker Decorating Center, your Porter Paint Dealer, Southern Home Furniture, Auto Parts and Service Company, Lebanon, Carthage, and Gallatin, College Street Church of Christ Youth Ministries, and Harris Brothers Cabinet Shop.
Fun, scoring a lot of points. I'm probably the only one who doesn't enjoy it when Lebanon scores 40 or 50 points. Let's take a look at the scoring recap as Lebanon improves to 4-2 on the season, 2-1 in the region. Lebanon on their first possession of the night goes 77 yards in 5 plays as Joel Griffin runs it in from the 24-yard line. J.L. Presley adds the extra point. Lebanon led 7-0. Again in the first quarter, Ron C. from Damon Pitt, a 23-yard touchdown pass. Lebanon going 65 yards in 6 plays. J.L. Presley adds the extra point. At the end of the first quarter, it was 14-0 Lebanon. Lebanon scores early in the second quarter, 11:25 left. Chris Stafford, a 3-yard touchdown run. Lebanon going 57 yards in 6 plays. The extra point was no good. Lebanon led at that point 20-0. Again in the second quarter, Lebanon 1:21 left in the half. Brian Reeves, a 2-yard touchdown run. Lebanon again a 6-play drive, this time going 49 yards. J.L. Presley adds the extra point. At halftime, Lebanon led 27-0. Going to the third quarter, Lebanon gets on the board. Chris Stafford, a 30-yard touchdown run. Lebanon going 59 yards in only 3 plays. J.L. Presley added the extra point. With 8:44 left in the third, it was 34-0 Lebanon. Again, Lebanon in the third quarter Matt M. Greer comes in and scores a touchdown from 8 yards away. Lebanon going 64 yards in 9 plays. The extra point was no good. At the end of 3 quarters, it was 11-40, Warren County 0. In the 4th quarter, Warren County gets on the board, 5:44 left in the game. Nathan Shack, a 4-yard touchdown run as Warren County goes 50 yards in 3 plays. Draper comes in, kicks the extra point. At that point, it was 40-7. Lebanon comes right back and scores. This time, Matt Greer, an exciting 42-yard touchdown run. Lebanon going 74 yards in 6 plays. The extra point was no good. At that point, Lebanon led 46-7. And then finally, Warren County, still in the 4th quarter, 1:12 left in the game. Sam Womack, an 11-yard touchdown run as Warren County goes 60 yards in only 2 plays. The extra point was no good, and that's how you get our final. Lebanon defeats Warren County tonight by a big score, 46-13. We'll take a 2-minute break. I'll get a chance to catch my breath, and we'll take a look at the individual and team stats. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Back at Nunley Stadium on the campus of the old Warren County High School, Tommy Bryant and Terry Stafford. And Terry is here with the individual numbers from this Lebanon blowout, 46-13 over Warren County.
Thanks, Tommy. Lebanon wins big again tonight, 46-13. Let's take a look at some of the team and individual numbers. Rushing yardage, Warren County, 22 carries, only 35 yards in the game. Lebanon with some big numbers, 49 carries, 351 yards on the ground. Passing tonight, Warren County, 5 of 14, 135 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. For Lebanon tonight, through the air, they were 6 of 8, 126 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Total yardage in the game, Warren County 170, Lebanon 477. First downs, Warren County with 6 first downs, Lebanon with 25. Turnovers, Warren County had 1 interception, Lebanon with 1 fumble. Penalties, Warren County 1 time for 10 yards, and Lebanon 6 times for 50. Individually for Warren County, their leading rusher tonight, Sam Womack, 11 carries for 33 yards. And passing tonight, Mike Parsley, 3 of 6 for 55, and Jeremy Chisholm, 2 of 8 for 80. Taking a look at Lebanon's individual stats tonight, Lebanon had 11 different running backs carry the ball, starting with Damon Pitt, 1 carry for -7. Joel Griffin, a big night, 6 carries, 95 yards, and a touchdown. Chris Stafford, 13 carries, 113 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Brian Reeves, 6 carries for 33. Titus Kelly, 2 carries, 3 yards. Kyle Zachary, 1 carry, 16 yards. Ben Bowers, 2 carries for -1. Matt M. Greer comes off the bench, carries the ball 9 times for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jason Henson, 6 carries for 31. Todd Tressler, 1 carry for no yardage. And Matt Simstroke, 2 carries for -2. That's how it adds up. 49 carries, 351 yards. Passing tonight, Damon Pitt, 103 yards on 5 of 7 passing, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Todd Tressler came on through 1 pass. It was complete, good for 23 yards. So Lebanon rolls up 477 yards to